Welcome to the wonderful world of dodgy movies and TV. I am your host, movie and TV Mistress. I want to start off by saying this video is not a review, and I'm doing it because I've just found out that Rutger Hauer has passed away. Now, I grew up watching a lot of Rutger Hauer films, mainly because my mum was a huge fan. Still is, except for one movie she really hates. I'll get to that one in a moment. He's always been a great character actor. He's just brilliant in every movie I've ever seen. I can't think of I can think of one which my mum would say is awful, but character and role that he did, which was just awful. But he was a great bilingual actor. He was Dutch. He did Dutch films, he did English films. He had an organisation called Starfish that he set up to help fight AIDS. He had a instrumental role in a film school in the Netherlands as well. He was a stuntman. He was everything. He tried his hand at every piece of filmmaking as far as I can tell. And what we all remember from him, of course, the first thing everyone has to mention is Blade Runner.
I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. Attack ships on fire off the shoulder of Orion. I watched sea beams glitter in the dark near the Tannhauser Gate. All those moments will be lost in time, like tears in rain.
Now I'm going to admit something here. As a film buff and a film studies student, I didn't watch Blade Runner until about 6 or 7 months ago. Mainly because I felt it was overhyped and everyone said you had to watch it in film studies, and I was like, I don't care. I hate Ridley Scott. I don't really hate Ridley Scott. I just think sometimes his work can be... You know that advert that he did recently for a cognac or something? It was just too much. That's what I mean. I like Ridley Scott's films. I have seen many Ridley Scott films, but sometimes he can be a bit too much. I kind of preferred his brother Tony. Just saying. But Rutger Hauer. So the films that I grew up watching were Lady Hawk. My mum did watch Flesh and Blood in front of me and my brother as kids. It wasn't until I was older that I realised how, wow, that really was not meant for kids. But still, well done Rutger Hauer. And Codpiece, a go-go, kind of like certain David Bowie. Anyway. So Lady Hawk was the main one I remember growing up and really enjoying as a kid. The Hitcher, yeah, I know it's not meant for kids, but I watched it as a kid. Look, leave me alone, okay? You can have your little goes privately about the fact that when I was a kid, I should probably not have been watching The Hitcher or many of the movies that I've reviewed, because I pretty much watched a lot of these as a trap. I watched Wedlock. Then there was Wanted Dead or Alive, Split Second. Blind Fury was another favourite as a kid because it's kind of more kid friendly, and it kind of made me more aware of Meg Foster. I mean, I know I'd seen Meg Foster in Quantum Leap and I'd seen her in He-Man Master of the Universe as Evil Lynn, but it wasn't until Blind Fury that I really paid attention to Meg Foster and went, wow. And that wasn't just for her eyes, that was for her acting. But Rutger Hauer plays a major role in a lot of the films I grew up watching. And he even was great in as the huntsman in the 10th Kingdom. And I got to see the premiere while I was living in Canada of Hobo with a Shotgun. The trailer? Who needs a trailer? The title alone was just enough to get me to go see that. And knowing Rutger Hauer playing the hobo was a brilliant choice. If you have not seen Hobo with a Shotgun, it's not meant to be the best film in the world, but it is so good at being what it is. It's meant to be like Machete was for Danny Trejo. It's meant to be an homage to the 70s grindhouse films, and it definitely does that. It doesn't go where you're expecting, and it's gritty and grimy and disgusting, but Rutger Hauer gives it heart and makes it better than the trailer that they had already made for it that didn't have Rutger Hauer and it had a different old man. But Rutger Hauer brings more heart and more gravitas to that role, the same way that he did with Roy Batty in Blade Runner. And I know everyone likes to quote Blade Runner and that famous speech that he delivers at the end, and it is tragic, and by the time I got to the end of the movie, yes, I felt for him as a replicant, but it's not my favourite film. But I will tell you that every time I watch a Rutger Hauer performance, I'm just amazed by his ability to put so much heart behind everything that he does and says in those roles. And he's hilarious. If you've never watched Blind Fury, you should really watch it, because him playing a blind man, taking on drug dealers after being blinded in Vietnam, it's brilliant. Him blind driving is way better than Al Pacino's blind driving in Scent of a Woman. And definitely, Rutger Hauer's character should have got his driver's license back. That's what I say. Because that is just genius.
Keep going straight. Going straight. Go to the right a little bit. Go back to the left. Too much, too much. Keep going straight. Just stay right there. You're going into the left lane, look out!
What's your problem, jerk-off? You blind?
Yeah. What's your excuse?
Holy shit!
Red light!
Tell me when we hit the next intersection.
Now! Turn right!
Right.
No, I mean left!
This is easy. Just like riding a bike. Once you learn, you never forget.
Fun.
Yeah. Maybe I should get my license again. Yeah.
Lady Hawk has been referenced so many times over the years. It even had a whole episode referencing it in Charmed, but it didn't have, in Charmed it didn't have that same heart that Rutger Hauer gave it and Michelle Pfeiffer gave her character. And it's a brilliant love story that is underrated and not watched enough and not known as much, except for by people who do like the 80s sort of fantasy films that happened. You know, you had Willow, you had Ladyhawke, you had Labyrinth, you had Legend, so many. I mean, yes, see, there's a Ridley Scott film I do like, Legend. It does go on a bit though. But I just wanted to share some thoughts and opinions about Rutger Hauer and everything that I grew up watching him in. And it was quite a shock to hear that he'd passed away, but I'm so glad that he was around and had lived a long 75 years, and it'll be it's suddenly dawning on me that I am now reaching an age where a lot of the actors that I grew up watching as a kid are now a lot older than they were when I was a kid, and are slowly one by one disappearing. One of my favourite stories about Rutger Hauer is from the film The Hitcher. Or The Hitchhiker? No, The Hitcher. The Rutger Hauer film The Hitcher. There's a scene where the Hitcher gets hold of a car and drives through a wall and through 2 fuel tanks at a petrol station. Right? They could not get the shot with the stuntman. The stuntman kept driving through that wall and missing them entirely every time. And it's this great set piece where it explodes and Thomas C. Howell's driving off trying to get away from Rutger Hauer's crazy Hitcher. And Rutger Hauer just went, let me try. One take. He did it in one take. He drove through that wall, right through both, and that's the take that's in the film, and that is him behind the wheel. And that is just awesome. And another reason why I love The Hitcher is because it didn't show you everything. If you do ever try and watch the Sean Bean one, it's not as good because they try and show you too much. I know that Rutger Hauer's is technically a remake as well, but like The Thing from the 80s, The Thing is better than the original, and Rutger Hauer's Hitcher, in my opinion, is better than the original and better than its own remake. So check out as many Rutger Hauer films as you can, and yeah, just remember, also go and support his charity Starfish. They're taking donations on his website. I'll leave a link in the description to his website, which has a donate button, so go and help his foundation, organisation, whatever, continue to fight for a cure for AIDS and, you know, continue his legacy, as they say. And thank you for watching this video. I know it's not my usual, and I appreciate any views for this, so thanks again everyone. And if you get a chance, please hit the subscribe button and comment down below, and hit the notification bell over there. And I will be back next week with a proper review, and hopefully a lot happier. Thanks and goodbye, and rest in peace, Rutger Hauer. You'll be missed. Bye.